Hello everyone, this is Sia Vijit Mishra and welcome to this new video. In this video, we're going to discuss about different types of charts or different types of candlestick chart that are available and how to understand or how to predict the market by using those charts. The first chart, what we're going to discuss about the Marubozu chart. Okay. So in Marubozu is basically you can say a Japanese like term because the Japanese or candlestick whatever you're seeing that is basically developed in the Japan. So the basically the candlestick which is called as the Marubozu. Let's understand what is the meaning of Marubozu. If you see here, if you see this particular like chart, this is a red chart and you can see, and this is a green chart. So in both the cases you can clearly see this entire chart is basically consisting of only the body part. You can see clearly the body part is here and there is no upper shadow and there is no lower shadow. Okay, and the second thing is basically if you see the chart size or chart size whatever you're saying, that is quite big. Okay, so these are basically some of the conditions so that if the chart is looking like this where there is no shadow, there is no upper shadow, there is no lower shadow, and the body part what you are seeing here that is quite big. So in such a case you can assume this chart is basically called as Marubozu chart. Okay, let's understand. Remember one thing, whenever I'm theoretically saying ki the chart will having only the body part and will not having the lower and upper like shadows, that does not mean ki if a chart is having like this big chart is having and there is a small like you are seeing a what I can say shadow is available, in such a case also you have to assume that chart as a Marubozu chart. Why? Because theoretically and practically it may differ. There is no guarantee that what I am teaching in the theory that will happen in the practical scenario. You need to understand that one and you need to assume that one. Based on that you need to take your trade. Based on that you can just invest your money in that particular stock. Okay, so let's understand. So in this video what is going to happen, actually I am going to talk about the bullish Marubozu, and in the next video I am going to talk about the bearish Marubozu. And also in the next video what I am going to discuss, actually I will be taking to the tradingview.com and there will take also some of the example where the actually Marubozu has happened in different types of stock or random stocks, and we will understand how a person can take the trade or how a person would have been benefited by taking a trade or investing in that particular stock. So let's understand. The first video is all about the bullish Marubozu. So the first video whatever we are seeing here, that is all about the bullish Marubozu. Okay, remember one thing, as usual there are basically two types of Marubozu chart or Marubozu you can say candlestick chart are available. One is called as the bullish Marubozu and second is called as the bearish Marubozu. What is bullish Marubozu? If you see here, the green candle what you saw here, that is called as the bullish Marubozu, and the red candle what we saw here, that is called as the bearish Marubozu. So let's understand that. Anyhow I will be discussing later. So remember one thing, whenever like you are trading or you are just investing your money by using some technical analysis, there is no 100% guarantee that whatever the trade you are taking that will happen or that will or result will come in your favor. That may not happen. So this is purely you can say a probability game. There is no guarantee 100% you will be correct. There is a chance like 60%, 70% or 50% the correctness you may get. So due to that what happen, actually whenever you are following different types of candlestick chart, the probability may increase, but there is no 100% guarantee that the stock will like go in the way like you are thinking and you will get a huge amount of profit. That you need to keep in your mind. Okay, so and third thing what I am trying to say, always remember, always look for a prior trend and then after it will give you a great opportunity. Uska matlab kya hai? Take the example, the stock is already in uptrend and at this point what is happening, actually you are seeing a candlestick where it is a Marubozu candle and it is a bullish Marubozu. In such a case the probability of the probability stock is going up is basically much more high because stock is already in an uptrend and you are seeing a bullish Marubozu. If you are entering in this particular like what I can say period, then why the probability will be more? The first is basically it is satisfying. The first you are getting what? You are getting the bullish Marubozu, and second thing is basically it is in a uptrend. So the probability will increase. Take the example, stock is also coming down and there you are seeing a huge amount of like bullish Marubozu. In such a case, if you're taking a trade, the trade may not happen in your like favor because already stock is in a downtrend which is not in your favor. And then after if a bullish Marubozu is like basically getting constructed, that does not mean ki the trend will break or trend reversal will happen and the stock will go up. That may not happen. Okay, so due to that what happen, actually look for a prior trend and for the great opportunity. Okay, So let's discuss about the next point. So first thing is basically what we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss about the Bullish Marubozu. You can clearly see Bullish Marubozu. In Bullish Marubozu, what is happening actually? The open is equal to low and close is equal to high. Example, in this case, what is happening? You can see here this is basically the opening point. Okay, and this is basically called as the closing point. Okay, here the opening point, whatever you are seeing here, that is basically the lower point, and the closing point, whatever you are seeing here, that is basically the high point. Okay, so that what it is explaining here. The open is equal to low. Here I am basically explaining open is equal to low, and close is equal to high. Close is equal to high. You can see here close is equal to high. And remember one thing, there is no upper and lower shadow. If you see in this candle, there is no upper shadow, there is no like lower shadow also. Shadow is not there at all. Okay, so that is the first thing. The third thing. And remember one thing, there is so much buying interest that the market participants are willing to buy the stock at any point of time. What is the meaning of that one? Let's understand this by drawing this like particular candlestick or the Bullish Marubozu. So how the candlestick is basically drawn. So take the example, a stock is, or you just go to the like last page. Yeah, so take the example, a stock is basically started trading at around like, you can say, just a minute. Yeah, so the stock is basically started trading at around like in this range, particular range, that is basically called as 60 rupees. Okay, the stock is trading at around 60 rupees. Now what is happening actually, a lot of buying interest is coming. 100 people have started buying this stock at this 60 rupees because they are very much bullish. How much people are willing to sell? Only 10 people are willing to sell. In this case, what will happen? The stock will again go up like up. Okay, now the stock price is already 65. Again, what happened actually, now 200 people started buying this particular stock. How many people are selling this particular stock? Assumption is basically 5 people are willing to sell this stock. Now what will happen? Demand is much more higher than the supply. So the stock will again go up like anything. Okay, now what is happening at this 70 rupees also, again people are like trying to sell around like 15, but still at the 70 rupees also there are 300 people who are willing to buy this particular stock. In this case, what will happen? Again the stock will go up and it will close. Okay, at whatever, take the example, 80 rupees it is closing. The candle, what is basically it is constructed, how it is constructed, this is basically called as your Bullish Marubozu. What is happening? There is no shadow, there is no upper shadow is not there at all. Opening, whatever the opening, this is the opening, this is basically the low point, and high is basically your closing point. So this is basically the clear-cut science behind this, like you can say, Marubozu. So what is happening, a lot of demand actually is there in this particular stock or in this particular price point. So due to that, what is happening, there is as explained here, there is so much buying interest, like market participants are willing to buy the stock at any point at any price point. Okay, so the next point, what we're going to talk about, the risky trade, how to trade actually in this particular candlestick by using the Bullish Marubozu. So risky trade, what they will do actually, they buy on the same date. Normally they will enter the same date when the Bullish Marubozu is formed. Okay, and it is very risky trade because or the risk averse trade or whatever they basically want to do, they will take a position in the next date. Okay, so let's understand what is happening. So this is basically, you can see the chart here, this particular area, it is called as, or the particular chart is called as the Marubozu chart. Why? You can see here the opening point is basically this point, that is basically your low point, and this is basically called as the closing point, which is basically your high point. Okay, so due to that, what happened actually, this is a big candle also, a big candle is also we are seeing. So due to that, what is happening, we are taking or calling it as a Marubozu candle. So what happened actually, the people who are the risks, those people who are the risky trader, what they will do actually at like end of the day at this particular portion, so they will take the trade. Okay, and what about the risk averse traders? So they will do actually next day, they will wait once the stock is basically crossing this particular price point, they will enter at this point. What is the stop loss? This is basically called as the entry point. Okay, and what is the stop loss? Stop loss is basically, this is basically the point, the lower part of the candle, that is basically called as the stop loss. Okay, so the gap, whatever you're seeing here, this is basically the stop loss area. If my stock is coming down to this particular portion, then in such a case I will exit. What happened actually, just see in this example, even if the Japanese Marubozu is like created, the people have entered you can say at this price point of time 1060. Now the stock has gone to 11,060 rupees. There is a sharp return of around, like you can say, 10%, which is quite good. Okay, so this is one of the example. Let's understand, this is also another example. What happened actually here? They are entering the risky trader. What they will do actually, they will enter at this point of time, and their entry point is this one, and the stop loss is also this one. Okay, and who are the risk averse trader? What they will do actually, they will just enter at this particular point, and the stop loss is also here. The problem actually, what is happening, those who are the risky trader, for them this is basically the entry point and this is the stop loss point, or what is the gap you are seeing, the gap is basically 50 rupees. But these people, like once at 9:30 the stock is opening, at this point they're entering, that means you can understand around in this particular point, or like 180 or 80, yeah, more than that. So what is basically happening, the stop loss, the gap is basically they're getting a 5 rupees extra. That means for this first person, for the risky trader, the stop loss gap is basically 50, but the stock average, this is basically 55 rupees. So due to that, we always, what you have to do actually, you have to decide whether you want to take that much of risk or not. You can clearly see in this case also what is happening. Even if it is a bullish bullish Marubozu, the stock has clear cut given a good return. Okay, next let's talk about remember one thing, whenever I'm discussing about this, the best strategy is basically, so take the example here. So if you're entering in a Japanese, or entering using by Marubozu candle, always look for this Marubozu candle. Okay, you must understand one thing, the gap must be a big gap. Okay, the gap whatever you are seeing, this must be a big gap. Okay, third thing what you have to see actually, you have to see the volume. Understand, the volume must be high. Okay, बहुत high होना चाहिए, and also the delivery also high. If all these conditions are getting satisfied, then you may enter into a very good trade, and where you may earn a good amount of profit. You can say there is no doubt. You can aram se create a huge amount of profit. Remember one thing, what you have to do, again just come to here. So whenever you are seeing the Marubozu candle, just take this particular candle. What first thing you have to see, first of all, the body must be high. The body part whatever you are seeing, it must be high, and the volume must be high. In the sense, I'm not telling you super high, but at least higher than the average. And remember one thing, on that date, understand how much delivery has happened, how many people have taken the stock to their home. If in all these cases, what is happening, a Marubozu is basically getting constructed where the volume is also very high. Okay, and delivery is also very high. So what is happening now, the probability you are getting a good probability to, you are getting a good plus point, So due to that, what happened actually, if you are taking a trade in this particular stock, or investing in that your money in that particular stock, in such a case, the return what you may get, that may be much more high. Okay, so due to that, always I'll assume, or always I'll advise you to do the same thing. So and remember one thing, what is happening actually, even if in many cases also the Marubozu also failed. Example, if you see here, a small candle is formed, and in this particular case, but what happened actually after that, even if it is a bullish Marubozu, the market price fall like anything. Same manner, if you see here, there is also Japanese Marubozu, but after that, what happened, the market price fall everything. So remember one thing, there is no guarantee if the Marubozu is coming or bullish Marubozu is coming, the market will go up, the stock will go up. There is no guarantee at all. Okay, so this is purely a probability game. The probability may be in your favor or may not be in your favor. Accordingly, you have to manage. So remember one thing, whenever you are doing or even investing your money by using this technical indicator, always remember to use the stop loss. Always remember the stop loss. So this is basically system. This is basically a particular system you have to follow to invest your money in these particular stocks. Okay, so that's all about this video. I hope you all got a good knowledge about the bullish Marubozu. In our next video, we're going to discuss about the bearish Marubozu, and based on that, you can start trading or start investing. So remember one thing, the main purpose of bringing all these basic videos. So if you want to write a sentence, in such a case, you need to understand the alphabet. You need to know how to construct, or how to construct a particular word, a sentence. Then after, grammatically it must be correct. Then only you can just create a proper sentence. Same manner also in the trading or investing, these are the journey. You need to understand what is different types of technical indicators. Then only what will happen, it will help you to decide in future. It will add a lot of value to your trading or your investment journey. So yeah, that's all from this video. Have a good day, have a great day. So bye bye, thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel and please support by like what I can say, informing to your friends and family about these videos. Thank you so much, have a good day, bye bye.